I'll just quickly kind of go over again who I am. My name is Patrice L Stewart. I am the realest tax and business strategist that you will ever meet. I'm also a business coach, and I have over 18 years of experience in the tax, accounting, banking industries, okay? I'm very well versed when it comes to financial education, financial literacy. So one of the things that I like to talk about on my channel is the difference between big box credit union, big box banks and credit unions, right? TikTok, let me move you over here so I'm kind of looking at you. All right. Move you over a little bit, and there we go, bam. Okay, so the topic that I'm going over tonight is credit unions versus I'm sorry, I'm not going over credit unions versus banking institutions. Tonight what I'm going over is auto loans. Many of you all, especially on TikTok, have asked me about the auto loan video that I have done, right? So why you would want to have a credit union account, why would you want to set up a credit union account, and why you would want to actually utilize your credit union account and actually bank with a credit union, all right? Navy Federal is one of the hottest topics on the internet, okay? I personally do have an account with Navy Federal. So that is the reason why a lot of times I say Navy Federal, okay? But I want you all to know and understand, you can do these loans. Anything that I'm talking about on my page and my channel, you can do these with any credit union, okay? So there are several thousands of credit unions in the United States of America. Whatever city and state you're in, you have a credit union near you, okay? So the example that I'm going to show you tonight is Navy Federal. Do not get stuck on that, okay? Please, all right? So last year, I put a video on TikTok showing you how I got this check in the mail. It came in FedEx. It came next day FedEx. I still got the envelope and everything. It came next day FedEx, and this is an actual check from the credit union. This is an example. Again, if you're new here to my page and my channel, I'm very big on receipts. I love to show y'all receipts because y'all have so many people on the internet that are liars, okay? We'll just say that. So this is an actual check that I received last year from Navy Federal. It has expired now. I didn't need the car. I literally just did the application to give an example to my community, okay? But what I have here in front of me is a pre-approval. So let's say you all need a car, okay? The way that you're taught in the American system is what? To get up, go to the dealership, and apply for a car. But what happens when you all go to the dealership 9 times out of 10, especially if you have bad credit, right? What do we consider bad credit, right? Anything under a 640 credit score is usually kind of considered in the bad credit rating, right? So if you in the low 500s, right, or even below that, you're bad credit, okay? If you go to the dealership, they're going to run your credit more than likely between 20 to 30 banks. So what you all don't know is when you go to a dealership has already established relationships with several banking institutions, okay? So that's why when you all go to the dealership, you have 20 to 30 inquiries on your credit report. One that kills your credit score. Every inquiry on average is 2 to 3 points. So if you're going to a dealer and you're looking to go purchase a vehicle, immediately the first red flag and the horrible thing that happens to you is your credit score is going to drop just from you going to apply for a car. Many of you, unfortunately, you may or may not get that approval. You may sit at that dealership for 6 hours. You may be there all day. And at the end of the day, they may still come and say, we were not able to get you approved. So now what happens? You leave and your credit score has dropped anywhere between 30 to 50 points I've seen on some people. And excuse me, and you don't have a car, right? So you're not winning at all. You walked out and now you don't have a vehicle. So now let me show you the proper way to apply for a vehicle in the event you are looking to go get a car, especially if your credit is not the best, okay? A credit union, I don't care which one it is that you go to. Navy Federal, again, is not the only one. You got PenFed, you got DCU.org, you got all kind of stuff, right? Literally type in credit union near me whatever city and state you're in, especially TikTok, because y'all come from all over the world, right? So whatever city and state you're in, you're going to type in your Google on your phone, credit unions near me. That way you can go and look up and see who is close to you and who you can apply to. Most credit unions today, you can get in by either working for a company or donating to a charity or living in that state or area, okay? So every credit union is going to have their own rules and what you have to qualify for, right? But majority of these institutions do have a way that if you do not have a employer that you go through, because back in the day, credit unions really weren't a big thing. Usually, back in the day, you would only get a credit union through your employer, through your organization. You get what I'm saying? Now, credit unions have opened themselves up a lot more to the average American citizen. You get what I'm saying? So once you are in a credit union, what you're going to do is most of them have this pre-approval process. Now, this was a pre-approval. What do I mean when I say pre-approval? Sometimes you don't know what car you want, right? Sometimes you're like, okay, I'm going to just go to the dealership and see what they offer me. Because again, this is the way that y'all are taught to think and believe, right? Let me go and see what they offer me. But if you are somebody like me who knows and understands buying power, this is what I call this. This is buying power. So when you know and understand strategies like what I'm teaching you tonight, now you can move forward and you can actually get things done and get the car that you want. So if you want to get a pre-approval to see how much you qualify for before you even start looking for the car that you want, this is a great way to do it. So with Navy Federal, as well as other credit unions, there's an application process that they have on their website under the auto loan feature. So when you click on auto loan, it's going to ask you if you want to apply for a new loan or if you want to be pre-approved. Okay. If you want to be pre-approved, I would suggest that, especially if you don't know the type of vehicle that you qualify for. Because once you enter in your information, like your job, your income, a lot of times they'll ask what your rent or mortgage payment is, and then that's pretty much it. Most of these auto loan applications are pretty simple. They want to know your income, and then they usually want to know like what your main bill is, which is like your rent or your mortgage. Once you submit that application, usually within a 24-hour period, sometimes the same day, depending on when you apply, this is what you'll get. So you'll get a notification from Navy Federal or the credit union saying, hey, this is what you've been pre-approved for. Once you actually open up your documents, you look at your paperwork, and then you sign on it with Navy Federal and other credit unions, they're going to ask you, do you want the check overnighted to you? So in my case, I said yes. Okay. I'll answer questions in a moment. I just want to get this part out. Then I'll go through open Q&A.